Hey guys, how's everyone doing? 29th today, so just not long before New Year's. I'm going to get a SIP fan at the moment. Off to get a SIP fan at the moment because somebody's put a deposit down on the Kawasaki. Now, £50 deposit because I don't like taking big deposits. Basically, I don't like people feeling uncomfortable. And I would feel quite uncomfortable if I sent someone a deposit for a bike that I hadn't seen. Anyway, this guy's left a deposit and it's about an hour's drive away to deliver the bike. These are the most nerve-wracking times for me because you could pull that bike out the garage and even after 2 months of knowing the bike, something could change, something could go wrong. I don't expect it to. I think this bike's done and dusted. I think this guy will pay for the bike and I think it will be out the way. I had my next bike lined up, but this bike's been advertised for 3 weeks now, so I contacted that guy yesterday and he sold his bike. So sadly the next lined up bike is gone at this stage. Now, thinking about the garage, we need to get rid of some bikes, don't we? We need Sultan's bike to disappear, which will be soon. He's on top of that. That little piece of crap that I've got needs to go, probably in parts. I'm thinking I might just strip it and parts it, and Gary's keyway at some point needs to do something because they're just sitting there. But I do need to take some of the money from the Kawasaki and do a new project. That's the way this works. I've been online, I've looked at a few out there, there's some great ones, but the majority aren't ULEZ compliant. So I guess at this stage, let's get the Kawasaki sold and out the way, and then we'll look at what's next for the garage. So here we go, guys. When I strap a bike down, I do left and right, it's on the stand, and then I do them kind of pulling. So they're pulling forward, and then I do a rear one pulling back, and basically that balances the bike rock solid. Don't get me wrong, you wouldn't want to transport someone else's bike like this. This wouldn't be professional, but I very, very rarely, in fact I haven't had a bike fall over. Well, in a long time. I've had a couple of mopeds slip in the past, but that was early days. This is fine. If you're not sure, you can always put an extra strap around the handlebars, which I might do actually, just out of just to be sure, you know, I don't want to lose this sail. And then that's it, we're on our way. Make sure you've got all your documents, MOT, any history you've got, keys, spare keys, etc. Make sure you've got it all. So here's me, just at my garage. I've just got back from selling the ER6. Literally looking through eBay, and a bike that I don't particularly like or want pops up, and it's at exactly £800. I put in 821.26p and bloody win it. So I've won a bike. To be fair, it's a 125 with gears. It's got a long MOT. It looks clean. So I think it will just be a very quick turnover, but I need to take more time. Honestly, there was 40 seconds left on this one and it's down the road, and I just thought, okay, I'll take the risk on this one. So I think I'm going to be collecting my next bike. It's not really a project though. It's a bike that has an MOT and is clean. So it'll probably just be I don't know, just move it straight on, I guess. Move it straight on. I mean, look, it was 820 quid or something, so you can't complain because it's probably worth 12, maybe 13. But yeah, I wish I took more time with this stuff. So here we are, we got Sultan over here looking at his bike. I did little bits and pieces on this bike last week, nothing major at all. I figured out the ignition issue. That's kind of, I haven't actually fixed that now, but I know how to. What else was it? I've realised that all of the front lighting and electric is fine. It just needs a bulb, so that's plug and play. The bike starts, runs and rides as it should, so that's good news. So I think today, Sultan, I think we should get the rear indicators on and functional. And then I get the rear indicators on and functional. we can get a bulb in the front light, get that on and functional, and then kind of, in a way, polish this turd. Little bits and pieces, like there's little bits. Put it on the rear, it's easier, so much easier on the rear stand. I'll show you what I mean, guys. Well, apart from basic cleaning, you know, of the wheels, basic cleaning will make it look better, but then you've got a bit of a dirty chain, and then you've got these kind of bits here, and what they need is sanding down and touching up with black paint. Even these bits, you could go nuts. You could scrape all that off. I would personally be using no, yeah, I would clean all that off, and I'd be using the, what's that paint stuff for fences?
Fence paint. Treated wood paint, basically.
No, for metal fences. Hammerite. I'd be using hammerite on that, both sides. Yeah, black hammerite to make it look back to its kind of nice. But we're looking all right here, guys. We're looking all right. The new indicators, they're good. I don't think one of these, we don't have power in, do we? It's either the left or the right isn't powered. Maybe.
Did you fix it starts without the key?
No, but I know where the problem lies.
Is it the wires?
I can do that now. Yeah, it was a wiring issue. Yeah. Give me 2 minutes and I'll fix that. In fact, yeah, give me 2 minutes. I'll fix that. And then, did you realise your front right indicator's bad and all?
Yeah, I realise everything's a bit. Indicators are the first thing I look at on the bike.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I would do if I was you. I'd get this off, because you want to put a layer of paint on that. And I might have some satin or matte. Yeah, Sultan, unbolt some of these. Go get the gun. Unbolt all of these plastics. It all looks so much better with a coat of paint on them.
Where is the gun?
Actually, no, you want to get the lighting done, don't you? Alright, let's get the lighting done. So guys, I'm going to do something I've not done for a little while. I'm going to coach Sultan a little bit today.
Hello, hi.
I'm going to coach him a little bit. To be fair, he did an amazing job on the handlebars with limited coaching, but bits of coaching. So I've just shown him that you can plug and play the new indicator. That works, that's fine.
It's already got a washer on it, but I just want to add two just for the...
I'll tell you why you need a big fat washer. You see here, that's where you're clamping it to, yes?
All right.
So you've got two options, right? You can either drill a hole, which might be easier, that side's in there. So just let me check something. I just want to see, it has to stick out further than the... So it technically, right, it's going to be up there, yes? I'd stick to there if I was you.
Oh, okay,
the reason you need the fat washer is because this area here is bigger than that. Or drill a new hole underneath, the size of that.
What if I put it for then add the thing? Cause
do you know what? They always fall out. I know exactly what you mean. I've tried it. I've done it.
If I just put like a hole there should be more...
I'd be tempted to drill a hole. Then you don't need to worry about washers. Do one on both sides. In fact, let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, I'm going to do a bit more coaching today with Sultan, guys. He's done, like I said, he's done a great job on his own getting on with it. But now, let's coach him through it so that he can actually, it sinks in fully into his head, and we'll get this bike kind of moved on at some point. Well, do what? What?
You know when you get your phone out, yeah?
Yeah.
And you do this. Right, hold on. So let's say you do that, and you do.
What are you showing me?
So when this part's covered.
Yeah, it goes into pocket mode.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we should technically have front left and front right. Do you want to test them? They look like little rabbities. That's right. Is the rear right on?
Yeah.
Oh, we know that. Yes. No, we know that. Try the left. Oh, good. We got front left and rear. Alright, we know that. We have to run the wire back, remember? Alright, cool. Next step. Great. Next step, we need to run a wire from the working. Basically, guys, the light blue wire goes from here. It goes all the way along the loom, within the loom here, and then it comes out here. And we've got two light blues here. Both should do the same thing. Both are dead. That means there's a connection somewhere within this loom that's killed the wires. Simple fix, simple fix. We take the live from wherever we find it. In fact, if you look back here, there'll be a baby blue sticking out. Run a wire under the tank along here, cable tie it to the edge, hook it up, you'll have your indicators back.
And if you tape it, it's not going to like...
Nah, it'll be fine. Cable ties, tapes, it'll be absolutely fine. So that's the kind of plan at this stage. So let's do that. Let's get some wiring going on so that we've got at least all four indicators. Because I think what we want is for the rear end of this bike to be back on track, ready to go. That would be the ideal. How's the rear lighting?
Oh, yeah, I remember there's something with the brake light there.
The rear brake light switch doesn't work, but I think we can fix that.
Because we had that problem on the Arizona.
Yeah, easy fix, easy fix. Fire it up again, let's look at the lighting. Alright, so, normal lighting. Put a little bit of revs on. No, the lighting's not right. No. Oh, no. The lighting's terrible. Alright, we need to work that out. This rear. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Something's happening there, but it's not right. Yeah. I don't like. Yeah, I don't like these LEDs. No, it's bad. Don't worry, it's bad. I swear we ordered a bulb one. I swear we ordered bulb. Because with the LEDs, they have to come on a little bit and then get brighter. That's the brake light, the LEDs. So one current's higher.
You ordered the rental bars and the lights.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, no, it's not my fault, but basically one of these is a kind of small wattage and then one's a higher wattage.
So do we need to change out the connector?
All the LEDs aren't working anyway. The bottom left aren't working.
Where's Rabjah? We need an electrician here.
What we can do is wire that directly to a battery, see if they all come on, and see if not, then we know what's going on. Alright, but let's get the indicator. Let's do one issue at a time.
Just sort of fixing that indicator. The problem was, well, the blue wires are dead.
So you should have all four now.
So, if our theory is correct, which we saw it turn on, it should be working in order and everything like that. Also, those who are wondering where I've been.
No one's wondering where you've been.
I've been in Hoth fighting the Empire. Are you nipping that part?
Oh, I did that round. Yeah, looks like we're not getting it off, mate. If these all round off, then...
Have you got the...
That one came off.
Have you got the thingy removal?
What we can do is paint it on the bike.
I don't see why not.
It's a shame. See, this is where... That's wrecked, that one. This is where the Chinese bikes are let down. If they just use better metals...
This is the Chinesian.
Basically, yeah, then you wouldn't have these issues. I think we'll paint that on the bike. We're going to have to. Alright, check your
indicator test. 1, 2, 3.
Right, you got front right on. And rear right. Front left.
Front left, yeah.
Rear left, lovely. Nice, and they're flashing at a good rate. That's a pass.
Does this bike have hazard lights?
No, which is fine. It doesn't need them. What we do need to look on, I think these are horn wires. So we need to see if we've got a horn. In fact, let's do that now. So when looking at rear lighting, guys, what we need to establish is which wire is just the basic running wire. It's probably likely to be the brown. That's your bang smack running. And then what does the other wire do? Does the other wire bring in more LEDs? Or does it brighten the LEDs that are on there? That's the system we need to look at right now. So what we do is Sultan strips 2 wires. We get a basic battery here, 12 volt. Basically we put the earth, green is earth, so we wire up the earth and then we check the other 2 by plugging in. What I think we'll find, what we should have is every single LED comes on. That's what we should have. And then when we put the second wire in, they brighten up. That would be the effect of the brakes. But that's if that system is functioning properly. Personally, I would have preferred a normal rear bulb light, and actually when I ordered that, I ordered a bulb one, I specifically stayed away from an LED one. So let's see what happens when we wire it up.
Alright, let's see, what kind of a horn have we got here?
So Sultan, you've seen this kicking about in the garage for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I used to have this on a car. Okay, let's see if it still works.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Alright, so power here. Have you got a spare hand?
I've got a spare hand.
I'll hold the power on earth.
Yeah.
Press one of the red buttons on this bit here.
On the where?
Grab that. Press one of the buttons.
Fucking hell.
Hold it. Try another one.
Hey, you're gonna get us nicked.
Ah, that's pretty fun, eh? Pretty fun. I used to have one that did animal noises as well.
In the car with all that. So what we're doing now is we're testing if
If you ever actually strip a wire.
no, look, there's still. You need proper wire strippers. That's what you need.
Did you see that?
Yeah, that's because we already
You
scored
loosened
it.
did you?
I loosened it to a certain degree. Yeah.
Alright, where's the second one? Here?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Are you filming then?
Filming. Yep.
Alright, come over here then. So, we'll keep this quite simple. If you'd given me a bit more, it would have been easier though. Let's get a bit more.
How to strip wires 101.
Right, so, just for kind of convenience really. So it's mainly the earth. Because the earth can just stay earthed, can't it? On these kind of experiments. I'll show you what I mean. You can always use a cable tie or something just to keep a connection for now.
Or a finger.
But yeah, or a finger. So look, so at the moment, let me strip this a bit more as well, because again, because we're testing. Right, there you go. Right, so look, so this is the earth at the moment. So if we earth to earth and just get rid of that, that's assuming the plain green is the earth. It's not always. On this occasion, I think it will be. Alright, so I should power up one of these and some light should come on. Go down there, and because you have to let me know what comes on.
So we need to turn the bike. We're using it from it there.
Yeah, I'm powering it directly. Alright, so do some lights come on.
All of them.
All of them?
All of them.
Alright, now, if I go to the other side, do they come on brighter or less bright? So right.
Less bright, because only these three here keep on going off.
That's the issue. Alright guys, just to catch you up, the LEDs, they're just a pain. Absolute pain. Now what we realised was the actual rear housing is the original, so it's got the cutout to illuminate the plate, etc. We put in a bulb, a simple bulb. We wired it all up properly. There's a bulb in there now, it's so much simpler. It's just so much simpler. So there's a bulb in there, I think that's good. The rear end of this bike can be put back together at this stage, and it will be looking more like a normal bike, which is good. I mean, technically this bike can be driven, it can be ridden up and down the road, it rides, it selects gear. We haven't got a horn, we have to kind of sort out a horn. I can test them two horns just using the battery, and then we'll check to see if we've got a wiring issue. If we do have a wiring issue, we can wire up the horn quite easily by taking the power wire from the button and earthing it basically straight to the battery. So we can set up a horn. It's just about have we got a working one, and they're only cheap anyway. So I'm going to check the horns, because there's one on the bike here at the back, and then there's one down there. And then there's this weird thing here, and it says 12-volt new magic horn 22. So this bike's just been butchered, and people, you know, what people have done to it is pretty shocking. And it's just hard to tell what's what. Let me check that horn, see if it powers. If it does, then there's an issue with the wiring in regards to the horn. Okay, so what have we got done today? We've got the rear light and rear end of the bike sorted, done and dusted. It's got the indicator, it's got the brake light, it's got the normal running light. We gave the tank a bit of a polish. This side gets covered with a panel, so that's not an issue. Gave it a bit of a polish. It's kind of basic cleaning up now, like that exhaust at some point. We need one bulb for the front, and then we'll put on the front headlight. I think that needs to come off. We'll take that L plate off so that we can polish the paintwork. So from this side now, looking at it, it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. And like I said, this will start run and ride up the road now. It needs a battery, a horn. Horn's only a few pounds. Needs a battery, a horn. What else, Sultan? Front bulb.
Panel.
Yes, front right panel or two. Battery, yes.
Bulb.
So yeah, I mean, it's getting there. It's close, guys. It's very close. If you enjoy watching, nearly called you Rab Jab there.
What, Rab
If you
Jab?
enjoy watching Sultan work on his bike,
I don't know what's wrong with you.
Oh yeah, there's a one guy that
Sultan doesn't really work on his bikes.
I do to a certain degree.
I work on his bikes.
I want them more like
Yeah. I mean, I thought we were past the idiot's guide to working on a bike now. I thought you was more of a pro, but
better than I was before.
I don't know. If I left you a bike here and said get on with a carb clean, I don't know if you'd know what to do.
Clean the jets, we've done it before.
Yeah, but I don't know if you would know what to do.
I say if it's just a carb clean, then it's pretty much okay. Cleaning the jets and the other stuff. But if it's like full on rebuild, then that's a different question.
Did we put fresh oil in this? We did, didn't we?
No, I think it was your one that we put fresh oil in. Your
I think we did this as well.
because your one had the oil that looked like
We'll give it an oil dip and we'll check it. It's getting there, guys. They always look terrible before they look good. This needs a basic clean, which is fine. And yeah, last bits and pieces, and then we're on to a winner, I think, here. I think we'll take the exhaust off, possibly by the engine. And although shouldn't really mess with engine studs, we'll give the exhaust a clean up somehow. And then this bike should be MOTable at some stage.